So now the final part of the installation is obviously to fit the casing. This is assuming, of course, all the pipework has been tested and we're ready to install. So generally the floor finishes are done, all the walls are finished painted. So a couple of features with the casing. This is obviously the standard FT casing. Punched grill at low level in the bottom, outlet grill in the top, which is removable if required. On the sides of the panels we have 3 laser cutouts for the various either high level or low level valve connections, and also a knockout in the corner to allow for pipework and boxing in to be fitted afterwards if required. In this instance, because we're using the high level valve kit, we're going to knock out the top right hand plug, and we're assuming that the pipework is coming up from underneath, so we'll leave the side panel as it is. So firstly, once you've selected where your valve position, your head position is, you need to punch the side panel out. So to do this, it's best done from the inside. This avoids any damage to the outside of the casing. So quite simply, apply some pressure to the bottom of the punch out, and just give it a tap, and the piece breaks out. Okay, as we're fitting the high level valve kit, we're going to now assemble the capillary onto this connection. So the capillary is in 3 pieces. You've got the capillary and the 2 nuts. So first part is to place the nut over top of the brass or copper part of the capillary. Pass the capillary through the nut, through the hole in the side panel. Pass the slot in the nut over and back, and then through the connection, and then the nut just screws onto the back. Okay, so now you can see from the inside of the casing, the nut here is tightened, and you've got the capillary left dangling. And that's quite secure there for the purposes of what we're doing today. So now we can leave that to the side for a moment, because we just need to do a final preparation on the heating set. So we've just got to check once more, because we've been installing, that the locks are in the up position. And now with a sharp knife, just run across the film to remove off the element and dispose of. So now to fit the casing, we're going to bring the casing back in. We will now unclip this capillary and just stretch it slightly so that we can fit it onto the valve body. So we'll take the cap off the valve and fit the capillary in the same way as you would fit a TRV. So now we can fit the casing. It's quite simply lift up, take it back from the top and bring it back down to the ground level, ensuring that the bottom is pushed towards the wall. You will then see on the front that the locks are visible, and you just, with an Allen key, just tighten the screws to lock the casing. Once the locks are tight, that prevents the casing from coming off in the lotto. So now we can fit the TRV head, and this fits quite simply. All you've got to have to do is split the collar that is fitted around the head. You may need a knife blade to do this. This just slips off once it's separated. Turn the head up to 5 or as high as it will go. Apply slight pressure to the end of the TRV head and just tighten. This only needs to be tightened hand tight so that it is easily removable if required. Then the collars just fit and snap together. And that is the completed installation of a Guardian LST FT model.